and then, some offensive boards as well. So possession game is always a big deal, and rebounding is a big part of that.
You've been very loyal with Damian Lee through some minutes. What did you think happened last game with his minutes? And is it something you can stand with, or is this kind of going to be a little switch there, maybe the rotation?
Yeah, he had a tough stretch, and we had a tough stretch during his minutes too. So Damian has played well for us in the playoffs. He's had some good moments, and he's just got to, like the rest of the guys coming off the bench, just stay ready, and you never know how things pan out.
Steve, moving Steph's defensive assignment and, in the second half of game 2, from Reggie to Dorian, was that something that you had thought about or planned going into the series? Was that just something that at halftime seemed to make sense?
No, it was something that was discussed before the series started, and every game is a little different. So you just try to read what's happening and, make your adjustments from there.
Coach, in the grand scheme of things, this is probably not all that important, but the Mavericks are fined again for bench decorum or whatever they're calling it these days. Is that something? I mean, do you have a get back coach, or do somebody is in charge of that sort of thing, or how do you? I mean, they think it's important to, for them to cheer on their guys that are actually playing in the court.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a everybody does it a little different, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, and I've said it now the last couple of days. I got no problem with it as long as it doesn't interfere with the game. I love the energy of those guys. You can feel their togetherness. So all that's good as long as there's no interference with the action that's happening. So, for us, I think for most teams, guys are these days, modern NBA seem to be more engaged on the bench, and there's more theatrics and more dancing. And I think all in all, it's pretty good stuff. But I think the difference is, it's tough to differentiate Dallas's assistant coaches from their players who aren't suited up. And there's a huge mixture of people up there, which is fine as long as what happened the other night doesn't happen where, somebody with the same color shirt as us calls for the ball. So I assume that was, and Steph threw it to him. And so it was a good pass, but he was open. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the only problem I have with it. Everything else is great. The trash talk, the energy. I think fans like seeing that. They want the athletes to care. Our players care. Else's players care. But if it affects a game, then it goes a little far.
Steve, Steph got a little early foul trouble in game 2. It didn't really affect you guys on the back end, but one of those was a take foul.
Yeah.
On Luka. Do you want someone like Steph taking that? And what is your thoughts on just the whole take foul thing that we're going through right now, period?
I don't ever want Steph taking a take foul. And I think the take foul needs to be abolished as soon as humanly possible. Coached in FIBA the last few summers. FIBA has a rule that basically eliminated it entirely. Like it's so penalizing if you get called for it that the coaches all teach their teams don't do it. And that's what we need to do as a league. We can't go halfway. We can't try to appease, every different faction. You just got to get rid of it, make the game better, open up the game. And hopefully that's what will happen this summer.
Steve, the Mavs obviously have done well here. What are your past experiences in this building with the fans?
The Mavs what?
Have obviously done well here at their home court. What have your past experiences been in this building?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great home court, beautiful arena. There's always been really good energy in here. you know, we haven't played Dallas in the playoffs until this year. You know, in my time with the Warriors, I have a good memory from my playing days playing in this building, but it's always been one of the best venues in the league to play in. All right, thank you.